This is the Pete and Sebastian Show with Pete Correale and Sebastian Maniscalco.
Welcome to the Pete and Sebastian Show. Sebastian Maniscalco, Pete Correale coming at you live from the Wynn Hotel here in beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada.
People are waving.
Oh, people are waving. What's going on? Hello, beautiful ladies out there.
Yeah.
What's going on? If you want to talk to Canifus, he's fine. He's a nice guy. Go up to him and he's going to interview you with his coffee mug. I don't know what he's doing. Pete.
Yeah.
What's going on in your world? I know you got a leaflet over there of things that are happening. What's the?
Well, I tell you, the first one I want to tell you about, and I got to be careful because I don't want to. I worked out with the guy, but let's just say I went away with Jackie. This has happened past enough time now that no one will figure out where. But we're in a city in America, but here's the story. No, but this is really what happened, right? So we went away, little Jackie and I, for a little getaway, and we stayed at this nice little boutique hotel that had a view from the balcony on the second floor with flowers around it. It was real pretty. And we were like, oh, this would be a great place to go. We're going to chill out, hang out on the balcony, blah, blah, blah. So we get there, and the view was like dead set. You're looking right out at a back alley, and you're looking into an office, like mail room. Like one of those where it's so messy, there's shit up against the window, like a fan and stuff. Mm-hmm. So you could barely go out there to have a cigarette without getting depressed, let alone sit out there with a nice drink or something, you know what I mean? So we ended up wandering around way more than we wanted to. And even when we came back to the hotel, we closed the curtain because it was too depressing. So I go home and I write, and here's a problem too. One of the guys at check-in, after I checked in, was a big fan of the cast. I can say his name. No one knows what I'm talking about. His name was Inram. Great guy. And the service there was great. It was really top shelf. It's supposed to be a top shelf hotel. So I thought about telling him, and I'm like, nah, I don't want to put it on him. And I couldn't move. They told me once I got there, my room wasn't ready. And they're like, we can give you another kind of room without a balcony, or you can wait for your balcony room, but once we give it to you, you can't switch, which was kind of odd. But like, all right. So I'm like, no, we want the balcony. So it was bad. So I write a letter to the hotel, an email to the GM. It was really well written. Jackie was laughing at it. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like, trip was ruined. I had to wander the city more than I wanted to. Have you been up to room 216? Have you looked out that back? Have you stood out on the back balcony? Is that worth $650 a night to you? You let me know, right? That kind of stuff. And I'm like, and I looked at all the balconies you had. I don't know where you took that photo or how you pulled that photo off, but that does not exist, right? So this guy writes me back immediately, apologizing. So sorry about that. I'd like to have a conversation with you. So I don't even respond because I'm not going to have a conversation. So then he writes me back the next day, and he says, just want to let you know the room has been taken care of. You're supposed to have a great experience, and you didn't. I also want to invite you back another time, courtesy of us for free. We'll put you in the proper room, give you free breakfast. And then he also said, because he said, do you have any, he goes, if you have any suggestions, I'd love to talk to you. So I email him back and I go, listen, I'm not coming back. Thank you very much, but I appreciate that, but just don't worry about that. Appreciate it. Because when I wrote him originally, I'm like, I'm not looking for money off. I don't want money off, because if you take money off, it's going to take away from my point. My point is, don't offer something that doesn't exist, okay? So then he wanted my suggestions, and I'm like, perhaps and I'm telling him, like, a nice green wall with some white lights will still take in. So when he writes me back and he comps me everything, he goes, I just want you to know we're already updating our photos to show the truth of what looks out there. Plus, our designers are in the process of making a plant divider so you won't. I'm like, bro, I'm like a consultant for the hotel business. I really am. It's unbelievable.
So this guy is actually taking your suggestions in the
and
complaint
running with them. Yeah. You know, it's like, so.
Well, I think you might have maybe a side gig consulting hotels on how to make the guest experience a lot more enjoyable.
I really do. I think I could stay at your hotel for a weekend and then leave you with notes that'll instantly make your hotel more appealing. First of all, coffee out the ass. Coffee free, no matter what. We always got good hot coffee and good coffee, man. You know?
Okay. I want to know, the hotel business, they always throw in, we'll give you a breakfast.
Right. Right. Yeah.
It's almost like the restaurants, something goes wrong with the meal, they bring out desserts.
Right. Yeah.
I've often wondered why, if something at a restaurant doesn't go right with your steak, why don't they just send you out a fucking lobster on the house? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Why I gotta wait for dessert to get the free thing?
Right. Right.
My fillet wasn't cooked right, so I take it back, and then they bring it back out. They say, sorry about that.
Yeah.
In addition to your fillet, we've also added a 12-ounce lobster tail.
Right, right.
Dude.
Have you ever had caviar? Because you're having it tonight. All right. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Because people, they can tell the difference when someone's complaining truly because, like, you dropped the ball here as opposed to someone who's just trying to get a freebie. You know what I mean?
Do you think that conversation would have been different if it was a conversation rather than an email? Like, if you called up, do you think you would have pulled a Pete and maybe lost your temper on this guy and the email was a better route for you?
Well, I really, a couple things were in play here. Number one, I felt like, because there was a cast listener that works at the front desk, I wanted to show good behavior to represent the cast with his company. Secondly, I really wasn't looking for money. So I was just, I really, bro, it came down to, like, I can't imagine how many people come here and sit in this balcony and go, this sucks, and then they just leave. So you think it's okay to keep doing that. So that was my point and why I said it. And I did say, hey, I'm a comedian and I travel around a lot. I was in your city recently and had a great time and thought I'd love to come back with my wife, so I picked your hotel. And then I said, I also do a very popular podcast. Some of your staff even recognize me. That was my way of saying, and I plan on ripping this fucking balcony to shreds on the cast. And I've never done that before, but I really do feel like he may have gone to a couple of people, this cast? And they're like, yeah, I know. You don't want him saying the name of this guy. You don't want him saying the hotel on the cast. It could be, I don't know if we got that kind of power or not. But anyway, the guy was not, I said, listen, your response to me and your desire to make this better is truly 5-star. So you can't do anything about the view, but I respect everything you've done since then. It was a great hotel, but I
kind of feel sorry for the hotels and the businesses that are in hospitality, because they're so outmanned, right?
Yeah.
Someone stays now, and it used to be prior to the internet or prior to social media, you stayed somewhere and you came home and you just told your neighbor, hey, I went to this hotel. And you believe they did this, that, and the other thing? Yeah. Now you have the ability, literally, to reach millions of people and say, X hotel didn't do the job, and now this guy is up at night. This guy's up at night, right? Wondering what you're going to do. Right. So
it's accountability, though, man. You can't, when I stay at those dumps that you're like, why do you stay there? I could walk in and there could be a dead mouse in the middle of the bathroom, and I'm not mad. Because I paid $45 fucking dollars. I mean, I remember I stayed that shithole last 4th of July by us as a resort. It was like $99. Jackie's like, they got a water pools. We'll try it for stadium. It'll be fun. And she goes, the room smells like canned spaghetti. And she wanted me to call the front desk. I go, I call, I go, you got any other rooms that don't smell like this? And he said, no. That's what he said. And he's like, that's just what he's saying. Because it's $99 fucking dollars, guy. That's what. But when you charge this much, then you start going, you got to deliver, man. I mean, the win to live is, do you get the fruit at the gym, at the Win? Better than the fruit you get at the supermarket where I live. All right, guys, this show is sponsored by Schwank Grill. This grill is unbelievable. I have one myself. This is the same grill that they use for the high-end steak joints, man. You cook with a tray so the meat comes up and greets the flame, and everything drips down into a drip pan. You guys got to check this out. It's the grill everybody's talking about. I love it. The Schwank grill heats up to 1,500 degrees to grill the juiciest steak you have ever tasted. At 1,500 degrees, you get the perfect sear, create a delicious crust on both sides of the steak. And here's what I love. This grill is made in the USA, baby. As I said, used by all the high-end steakhouses. This is truly the future of grilling. And it's not just for steak. You can grill chicken. You can grill wings, hamburgers, lobster tail, salmon, and so much more. So visit schwankgrills.com and use promo code PS150 to get $150 off a Schwank grill. That's SCHWANK grills.com. Use the promo code PS150 and get $150 off the Schwank grill. Do it. I'm telling you, you're going to love this thing. I'm so white trash. I said to at the gym right before I worked out, they got bananas and oranges and apples in there, and the gym was packed. And I go, do I got to get in on that now? Or when that's gone, do you just do a constant refill on the basket? That's what my wife said, because I will take that shit and start. That's my breakfast.
I saw this behavior from you and your wife at the hotel you stayed at, where you were in the gym and you were cleaning them out. Bro. And you were like proud of it. You guys were like shopping like it was Whole Foods. Oh, look, they got oranges and bananas. I'm like, hey, look at them. What the hell is he doing?
No, people can relate to that shit more than looking at you with a 2-story slide in your backyard.
By the way, that thing came in on it came in on like a semi with a hydraulic. It's like what they dump granite with. Oh man.
God, they rent that thing out like 4 times a year. DiCaprio had it for his nephew once.
They were stunned. It's one of those items where they got it and they're like, someone wants to slide? They gotta hire a driver to get that thing over.
Police escort, right?
Wide load on the freeway.
Yeah. So anyway, more people get granola bars from the gym.
I've done that. I've taken a banana up to the room, going, I'm out for a snack. I ain't clean the fucking thing out.
Now, what's your take on this little tidbit, bro? This little tidbit. I'm in the wind, and I did my cardio, and I was going to do a little weights, but I needed to get a little energy, so I grabbed a banana, and I was going to go eat it in the lobby before I go back into the gym. Now, when I go out to the lobby, the guy behind the counter goes, "Take care. Thanks for coming, something." And I go, "I'm just gonna have my banana up, and then I'm gonna come back in." And he goes, "Oh, okay then." Oh my God, I told him my itinerary. But if I just say thanks, you too, and then I eat a banana right on the other side of the glass and walk right in, would he be like, "Hey"?
And then you go, "I'm not done." That's all you have to say. I'm not done.
I did. So I'm not done. I eat my banana and then come back in.
You can tell you eat the banana. You don't have to tell him, I eat my banana.
I don't even think you have to say you're done. I mean, why?
What do you do? Look at him with what? What are you going to do?
What?
What are you going to do? I mean, a banana.
What? What? I'm just saying, why is he saying have a good day? You don't know. I could be going to take a piss, bro.
No, well, he probably goes, he's having like an after workout snack in the lobby. Maybe some people would eat the banana on the treadmill and keep the workout going. They don't go to the cafeteria to eat the banana.
I'm not eating in there. It smelled like sweat too much, man. Yeah, I had to get out of there, man. It was packed in. People were waiting to use equipment. So anyway, how was that? So you must be, bro. I mean, Jesus. Have you been filming every day? And then like,
a lot. Yeah.
Then you come to Jesus.
I got no memory.
What?
I got no memory at all. I have to read the lines so much. You know, there's some people on the set, particularly my woman who plays my wife, Andrea. She'll look at it 4 times. She'll know it. Okay, let's do it. I'm sitting there. I'm transposing words. I'm putting words in there that don't belong. It's a process for me. And it's the age kicking in. So last week I was in Naples, Florida on Saturday. to go to a 90-year-old birthday party. I was performing for a 90-year-old man in Naples, Florida. And my in-laws were there.
Ooh, you get the deposit ahead of time for that one.
Well, that's what I said. I go, is he going to make it? I booked the gig 6 months ago. I go, I'm going to need to be paid in full. But this guy was a good sport.
You're either going to make a party laugh or you're going to cheer up a funeral. We'll let you know.
Anyway, bro, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, I bet. You're saying the memory, though. You had to go do this.
No memory.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I got to, and I'm so like, I had something happen to me on set that never happened to me before.
Uh-huh.
It was a gas station scene. I had to come out of the gas station, and I was talking on the phone to my partner, Omar, who plays Ray. But when you do phone stuff, there's nobody on the phone. There's the AD is feeding you the lines as you're walking. I had no idea walking and talking while acting is super difficult. Because there's a camera following you. You're on the phone. You're hearing the other lines from off the set, and you're walking for whatever the reason. I couldn't get it. I come out, I'd fumble the line. Come out from the line again. Come out, say over and over again. One time I came out, bro, nothing came out of my mouth. I was walking.
In your head, you probably thought that was your best take, right? They're like, you didn't say anything. What?
It's amazing. He's talking to himself. So, and then, now I'm feeling, I take this extremely personal because now I'm feeling, 150 people are looking at me going, this guy, if he don't get it, I'm not going to see my kid tonight to tuck him into bed. You know, that's the pressure I put on myself.
Who's talking?
I still tuck.
You still talk?
Bro, you don't tuck your kids in?
Well, I do kiss her goodnight. I guess that's a talk. That means talk. All right, I see what you're saying. I mean, I don't like with the thing.
You know what I'm doing?
What?
We do journal at the end of the day. And in the journal, there's questions to get your kids talking. So it says, what happened today that made you smile? And they start talking to you. Because at bedtime for kids, that's the time they want to stay up the most. You know, they don't want to go to bed. So they'll talk to you. And then you write down, May 23rd, Serafina smiled today because her friend Chloe gave her a cookie at school, or whatever it might be. Then there's faces, sad, excited, crying. And you go, what feelings did you feel today? I felt sad. Why? Well, because so-and-so was rude to me at school. It's a good pathway into what's going on with them at school. So we do this journal, right? And you find stuff out during journal time that you wouldn't have found out if you just did a tuck and go. All right?
All right.
So, what?
Well, I mean, I pick a ride all the time. I'm asking how the kids at school, how's everyone treating you? Are the boys being nice?
Fine. If this is probing questions. I even asked from outside the journal, I go, tell me one thing today that you did that made somebody laugh. And that question is not yes or no. That question is,
right. That's true.
You leave these questions where they have to respond with something. Right. I got a kid that's picking on my son, right? Just telling him what to do and whatnot. So I'm telling him, I'm actually pulling a page out of your book. I go, he boss you around today, this kid again? Yeah, Daddy bosses me around. I said, well, we're going to take jujitsu, all right? And jujitsu will give you a tool to use if someone either touches you, treats you bad. I don't want you putting people in a headlock just because they told you to do something, but it's going to give you some confidence, right, moving forward, which I'm putting him in this summer. He's going into jiu-jitsu.
Nice.
And I'm beating him up a little bit during bedtime.
Good.
Pawing at him, this and that. And I'm doing it with the dog too. I didn't mention this on the last cast because I wanted to get into it. It's a puppy. I've never owned a dog before, right? It's nipping at me. It's biting me, right? It's eating. It's pissing. Like it's excited. It starts pissing. I'm like, hey,
stop.
Get this thing out of here.
Yeah, you're gonna love it.
What are you gonna love it? When does it start? When the dog just comes up, licks my hand while I'm on the couch, hops up and watches the game with me. That's what I want to fast forward to because this puppy shit. I'm ready to send the thing back.
It's good. You're almost there. By the way, before we get into the puppy, tough love with the kid. I love it. The little hitting them and stuff.
I think you're getting the lines crossed here. It's not like my son's not coming up from his bed going, "You're knocking me down." It's not like he's bleeding. He's like, I'm just pawing at him, right? I'm just pawing at him. He gets on top of me. He gets me in a lock. It's aggressive, but it's like play fighting.
Right.
With him though, at T-ball, he feel the ball came right at it, hit him right in the head. Right? I didn't do nothing. I didn't react to that. A lot of parents would right away go, "Oh, you okay?" I just let, because a lot of times the parents will react, and the kid will react because the parents are concerned. I don't.
Nice.
He come off the field. He goes, "Daddy, did you see me? Did you see me take that hit in the chest with the ball?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "That didn't even hurt."
Oh. Nice. Oh wow.
So yeah. Anyway, so I got him in jiu-jitsu starting. I also, what the hell were we talking about?
The dog.
So
we got to get into this. I can't believe you got a dog, man. So how long have you had it, first of all?
6 weeks.
6 weeks.
6 weeks. It's
Who's training it?
There's a guy that comes over.
I knew it. Is it that guy? What's his name? Who does the dogs? Yeah, it's probably Caesar Milan.
It's not Caesar
He
Milan.
stays for dinner. You know?
It's this guy that comes over, and I got to tell you, it's amazing what this guy does with the dog.
Right.
It's hard to implement what he's doing on our own because it's work.
Right.
It's work. He's doing the thing. The dog's going through his legs. He's got the treat. That. But the dog is extremely intelligent.
Yeah.
It sits, it stays, it's still pissing, every once in a while, gets excited, it'll pee on the floor, but that's not a big problem. Obviously loves Lana. I feel like when I get up and he sees me, this asshole, I feel like, because I'm not around, I'm almost like a stranger in the house to him because I've been working so much. He sees me come home.
Well, you got a male or a female?
Male. His name is Luigi.
Luigi. I love it. Listen, that's great. That was on our short list, dude.
Yeah.
Your dog knows, because mine's a male too, it knows that you're the alpha. So it can sense this guy comes home and everybody's different. They're excited and also on edge, So
you think the dog is receptive to the fact that I am kind of master of the domain?
Absolutely. And as time goes on, it's gonna, before you know it, dude. First of all, it's still a puppy. That's why it's probably biting you, and you grab it. Sometimes I'll take my dog out, but fake trying like a lion, rip his jaws open, or like rah, rah. They love it. She's chewing. He's just gonna plop down on that couch next to you one night, and you're gonna be like, "It's over. I love you more than the kids." Yeah.
Well, Lana holds the dog on her arm, and the dog stares at me while she's doing it because she's like, "He's so cute."
Right,
He looks at me and goes, "It's where you used to be." I feel like he's taken over. Like Lana's like really into him. Right. I'm not so much, man. I don't know.
Well, now at night, my dog comes up and it sits right in between us, and it always cuddles up with Jackie. And this might be an edit, but sometimes when I try to cuddle with my dog, or I brought her with me once on the road to Syracuse, and brought her in the bed, and I had no shirt on, and I go to cuddle with the dog. I feel, because I used to have a Cocker Spaniel that was a female, that my dog Duke is like, this is a little gay. I feel like it knows we're both males, and that this isn't what I get from you, guy. and this isn't what you get from me. All right, I do that with your wife. Back the fuck off. Would you put your shirt on? Throw me a ball. All right, what are you gonna bang me? Jesus. So I feel like that's what your dog is with you. It knows.
Yeah.
Like if you pet it, it would be like, what's this about? What, are you about to hit me? And you're trying to cushion the blow? So
Yeah, no, we're working out the kinks with this thing.
Yeah.
So, me being Italian,
right.
I'm like, all right, feed the thing. Like, apparently it just eats in the morning and at night. And it eats at a rate that is devastating. I mean, I don't know if you have this, but we don't have a bowl for them. It's a maze that you put the food, like kind of you pack it in the maze so they don't eat so fast. They have to kind of lick it out of this maze thing.
Oh.
I don't know if my wife got soaked into buying one of these things, but anyway, it eats within, 2.5 minutes, the thing is gone.
Right.
And I go, give the thing some more food. Starving.
Right.
Like in the morning, does your dog run out of the cage or wherever it comes from to eat like an animal?
Whole house, by the way, you got a cage.
Well, I mean, it's a puppy.
No, I know, no. No, I only feed it once at night. And so during the day, I give it a treat, but I only feed it once at night. And, and of course, at a puppy, it would eat it. And then one day, it walks away from the food and it don't want it. And, I used to, you have that moment where you're like, oh, why isn't I eating the food? And Jackie gets like that. Why isn't I eating? But my father-in-law is like, he goes, I've had dogs. I put it down. You either go eat it. If you don't eat it within 10 minutes, it's gone. And you're not eating again until this time tomorrow. And then when tomorrow comes, he goes, he'll eat it. And then the next day, he scoffs that shit down. So it's like not a human, man. I'm sorry. Just keep that in mind. It's not a human. I put the food down. I don't even know what this machine is. I don't know what the fuck that is.
It's a plate with a maze in it, so it's recessed. So you put the food. So he doesn't he literally eats the food in a bowl within 53 seconds. It's
great.
It's gone, and he's looking around, going, "It's it."
Now you're like me though. You never had a dog growing up, so this is all new to you.
All new.
So you ever just find yourself staring at it like?
Well, there's one point I thought the thing was dying. Right? I didn't know this. He was walking around and go. I go, what the fuck's going on? I told my mom, I go, is this fucking thing dying? She goes, no, sometimes, they got something caught or whatever. I go, yeah, but this is a little too aggressive for something caught. Right? So there's things the dog does that
even if it's sick, like with some sort of illness that I want my money back. I want to help, right? I knew someone who had a dog and it died of cancer within a year. It's like,
how do you know the dog's sick?
What?
How do you know the dog is sick?
Well, if it's not eating, if it's not moving around, if it's lethargic, I mean, all the things that you love when a dog does are also the things that make it sick. So, but that's the question though. Like if something happened to it, God forbid, now would you go back to the person you bought off of and be like, listen, I mean, I don't want to be tacky, but this thing didn't even make it 3 months. I mean, I gotta put that on you a little bit there.
Well, it is an animal, right?
Right.
You do purchase it.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about someone calling you a dog dad?
Bro, what?
Yeah.
I never heard that until you just said that.
Well, apparently it's a California thing.
When they see you with the dog, they
you're
go,
a dog
dad
now. I'm like, not that. I'm a father to my kids. I bought the dog.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't buy my kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How you gonna be a dad to a dog when it's $4,500? You know what I'm saying?
It didn't come out of my wife, right? Yeah.
So, yeah, it's getting the shots today, and now we're gonna be able to take it out amongst other dogs. But here's something for you. My dog he mounted this dog in the neighborhood unexpectedly. I didn't know.
Oh yeah,
they want to fuck.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Did you neuter that spaniel you had?
Yeah. No, the spaniel. Yeah, the spaniel. I did, and now my dog now has took his balls off.
So there's a debate whether or not you do this or not. Did you notice a difference when you chopped the nuts off? Did he lose his aggressiveness and his personality?
Nah, I didn't notice a personality change. But he doesn't try to bang anything. Well, he doesn't rub up against us.
Yeah, because he can't. It's gone.
That's disgusting. Jackie's she's like, when I'm at someone's house and their dog rubs itself up because it wants to bang me or something, she's like, I'm like, that's the grossest shit. It's tacky.
Yeah,
So,
I feel a little white trash on it. I kind of felt bad that
you're gonna get the balls taken off, right?
I don't know if we are.
Oh my!
I don't know if I want to do that to the guy.
Oh my god!
I mean,
you're not doing anyone any favors keeping him on. He wouldn't even know what he's missing, bro. I wish I didn't have mine. My life would have been a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Oh shit! Yeah, so I don't know. What else did I mean? There's so many things.
So what about vacations? Oh well, you're gonna have you'll stay home with someone.
Well, we're gonna go on a little weekend here shortly, and the debate was, do you bring the dog on the vacation? Now, where we're gonna go is very dog friendly, but again, it's like, you want to bring a dog to a hotel? I'm gonna be that guy now.
It's the worst. The worst when you're out on your vacation having a good time and you're like, oh, we got to go back to the hotel and walk the dog. Oh. And then where you walk the dog outside the hotel, there's always crap there because that's where everyone walks their dog.
Yeah.
Guy, and there is, the minute you're in an elevator with a dog and anyone else is in that elevator, you know what they think of you. The same thing we think of people when they're in an elevator with a dog. The same thing. You're white trash, little doodle.
This dog, though, this hotel is famous for dogs. So everybody there has got their dog and this, that, and the other.
That's what my sister says. She's like, she works in a high-end hotel business, and she's like, you have to allow dogs because people with a lot of money that love to travel, they want to bring their animals, and if you don't let them, they're going to stay somewhere else that will let them.
Yeah. Not that I don't want to do this because I just feel like if we do bring the dog, it's going to be all about the dog.
Yep.
I need to sit and relax. I need to lay by a pool.
I hear you, bro.
And chill out.
Yeah.
Right? All right. What else you got on this little sheet of yours? You got a lot of little scribbles.
Well, have you? It's just notes and stuff. But did you hear about that flight that plunged 6,000 feet?
Was that the Singapore flight that one person died on?
Yeah. Wow. I mean, have you noticed now, when I was flying here, people going to the bathroom fast, get back, buckle in, because these things can drop at any given moment.
Well, I mean, that's how there's some famous guy died with his no seatbelt hit the...
Billy Mays. I told you. I told him that before the show. I'm like, I think that Billy Mays. Yeah. Now, by the way, when you hear about that plane and you hear it's Singapore Air, is there a part of you like me? It's like, yeah, it's Singapore. Right?
Singapore Airlines is one of the best airlines in the world. This is not this is not one of those offshoots where you're like, what's the name of it? Aksalala Airline. It's not that. This is top notch. Right. Singapore Air is top notch. Okay.
Wow.
Because I often think that it was an offshoot airline that probably didn't get maintenanced. Right. I don't know what happened, the weather or whatnot, but it is pretty frightening with airlines, what's going on. Are you a seatbelt guy when you're 35,000 up, you got your iPad, you're watching a movie, smooth sailing, you got the seatbelt on?
Always belted. Okay. Always belted, except obviously when I'm in the bathroom. But the second part of that is, it was what did they say? I forget. It was 6,000 feet drop in 3 minutes. In that 3 or 4 minutes, these people, some of them were texting family members to say, I love you, because they thought they were dying. Would you do that if you felt you had 3-4 minutes to live? Or I
don't know if I reach for my phone.
Right?
I'm more concerned all right, what's going on here?
Right.
But you know what's concerning to me is people firing up and taking video of everybody else hitting the,
right.
I don't get the concept of videoing a catastrophe. Right. I'm more looking for how do I
get out of this?
How do I get into to safety, or how do I get out of this? I'll tell you an airplane story before I forget. Recently, I had some blood work done. Prior to me getting the blood work, they gave me almost like a sugar water to see how I metabolize sugar over 90 minutes. So they drew my blood every half hour. Shortly after that, I have a flight. Now, I was a little, I didn't have anything in my stomach. I took a banana to go, right? So on my way onto the airplane, I get an attack in my stomach that I need to go to the bathroom right away. So I'm the first one on the airplane, right? Woman's like, she's a fan. Hey, big fan of yours. Oh, thank you. I put the thing up. I go, I need to use the bathroom. I go into the bathroom and I don't like bathroom humor. I'm just telling you a story here, bro. Horrific. I mean, it was one of those where I don't think we're going to be able to take off. Right?
No one's even on the plane yet?
No one's on the plane yet, and I'm in there. I don't know if you've ever pulled this move. You feel like if you let it out, you go flush it right away. I go do the flush don't work.
Oh my God.
And as soon as that happens, I go, there's no way I could leave this in here. There's no way.
Oh my God. Was there a party like maybe the toilet don't work till he starts the plane?
That's what I'm thinking. I go, this guy didn't even start the plane yet. Nothing works.
Oh, this is like not being able to put your window down until your parents start the car. Oh my! And now they're coming on. Now people are coming on the plane.
Yeah,
it probably smells in there.
Oh well.
Oh my God!
It was one of those where you're in your own stench and you got a problem with it.
Oh
right?
my!
Like this ain't me.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm fucking nothing. So I get up. They have that sanitizer that's foam. I load it up about this high of foam, and I throw it on it. I'm thinking this will mask the smell, right?
Smart,
right?
Yes, yes.
But I'm staying in there longer than I should be. Like even the flight attendant, I'm going, "What is this guy doing in there?" Right?
Yeah.
So there's a point where I got to exit.
You gotta.
I gotta exit. So I'm sitting there, I'm just sitting there waiting. Finally, I hear something. I go to flush. It flushes.
Oh my God.
I look in the corner, and this is a little pro tip for those listening. I've never seen this. All the flights I've ever taken, I've never seen this. In the corner, there's an air freshener that you could take out. I popped it out. There's a little air drop, the little, like an eyedropper. I start eyedropping the whole bathroom with this air freshener, right? Beautiful. Now.
That's what this is for?
Yeah.
You don't get this on other cats. You don't get this on other cats.
Did you know they have air freshener?
No.
I had no idea. No idea. So now, my question to you is, I'm going to come out. Do you act like nothing happened in there? Or do you start talking to the flight attendant right away? Because the flight attendant, they're there in the galley greeting everybody. Right. I'm going to have to pass her.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I come out of the bathroom. Right away, I hit her with, is there any internet on this flight? Like,
yeah. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. Nothing happened in there. Exactly.
There's no way he's going to ask me if there's internet if he's shitting there, right?
No, right. Exactly. Must have
had something in his eye. That's what I'm thinking. She thought, oh, he must have been looking at his eye.
Right.
Because there's no way you take a dump like that and worried about internet right after that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So she's like, yeah. As soon as we take off,
because you also got to remember too, you're a flight attendant. To say to your friends at a party, some guy is the first one on a plane, then he went number 2. It was so gross. Not much of a story. Sebastian Maniscalco got on the plane before everybody else, and he took a dump. And then he came out and asked me if we had internet. Now give me another beer, Cindy.
But I mean, what do you do? Or do you come out? Maybe, or do you come out and go, listen, I don't know if we're gonna be able to take off after that.
Yeah,
Do you make a joke about it?
No, you do what you did. You do what you did. And I don't like, listen, you don't bring up smells to the person causing the smell, okay? It's like, and the pet peeve I have as a pot smoker, it just happened the other day, right? It's freaking Friday a couple weeks ago. I'm on my stoop at like 6:30 at night. Someone's walking by, a neighbor I know, and he goes, I'm having a doop. Smells good. Amateur. Like, well, who is that for? What is any of that shit for?
Yeah.
So same thing with you. That lady, I'm sure she came out and smelled something, you know, like.
I tell you right now.
What?
I tell you right now. The way I left that bathroom was nicer than when I walked in. I don't know if you've ever done this before.
Well, that's what I mean. But then she knows also.
So she knows? You know what she knows? Wow. This guy cares.
But doesn't air freshener, when a man comes out of a bathroom and I smell air freshener, it grosses me out as much as if I smelled shit. Because I know he just shit.
Not this.
That's
if you would have smelled what I did in there and I didn't mask it, you would have fucking died.
Then why did you come out and ask for internet right away?
To fuck him up. Threw her brain somewhere else. Like she was probably gonna go, oh, wonder what he did. Do you have internet? Like, whoa.
All right, you win, man. Were you the first on the plane, or did you say I need to board early?
No, I was the first on the plane.
Oh, you are? Okay.
I was the first on the plane, and it was an attack that hit me out of nowhere, which I generally don't get those. It was just that solution that I drank, that sugar solution coupled with a banana, and I was down.
Well, you're saying you went for tests, and I just wanted to add to that. I went about 10 days ago. I wake up, I'm limping, my right knee. So another day goes by, still limping, and I feel behind me, and there's a big knot. And I'm like, is that a fucking clot? Right? I know people my age have been clotting. So I go online and they're like, is it warm to the touch? Right? So now I'm touching that leg and then I'm touching this leg. I call Sadie over and I'm like, I'm not going to tell you there's a problem with either one. Touch both back knees and tell me if one feels hotter than the other to you. Right? And she's like, I can't tell So it says, if you think you're clotting, call your doctor right away. So I call up the doctor. I get the lady and I'm like, listen, I don't know what's going on down there, but it could be a clot. And it says to call you. So they're going to see me in like a day and a half. So I'm like, all right, maybe they don't think it's a clot. So I see my doctor and it's a Baker's ball.
Baker's cyst.
What the fuck is going on with our bodies?
I've had it.
I can maybe drain it, but I got to get a test done because if I drain it, the needle, I don't want to be too close to an artery. But now about a week and a half has gone by and I'm feeling better. So does it come and go?
I still got mine.
What does an Indian do 200 years ago? Running through the woods barefoot after a deer. Does it go, what the fuck is that? And does the other Indian go, it's a Baker's ball? Or does he just not say anything because it don't matter because nobody can help you with any of that shit anyway?
Like, they probably looked at it as, all right, this is part of like the what happens, and they don't like pine over it. We're sitting over here going, feel it, what's going on.
So you don't think he's in there doing his turn on the pipe?
No, I don't think they're doing any of it. But I've had it, and actually,
yeah. What do you do, bro?
I had a masseuse who did not know I had one. Rubbed it one day, which you're not really supposed to do because if it does explode, apparently it's not good. But
it's not.
It's not something to be concerned about. But mine, I haven't felt back there in a while. Yes, it's still there. It's still there.
It says if you get it drained, 50% chance it'll come back. But what would happen if it erupted, man?
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about if it erupted that I don't know.
Jeez,
it's not.
That's why. Listen, we're about done. You got to live for every day. I don't know what that means, but you just got to try and find happiness and fun. That's why you listen to the cast because it's fun and funny.
That's why we're here. We'll be here all weekend.
You're working too hard.
We'll be here all weekend at the Encore Theater. Saturday and Sunday night.
And Pat McGann. Looking forward to working with him.
Pat and Pete are going to meet tonight for the first time. Of course, this is going to air probably sometime in June, but we will report back on all the findings here at the Las Vegas, on the Las Vegas Strip. Pete and Sebastian show coming at you from the Wynn Encore Hotel. We will see you next time. Enjoy your weekend.